All right. After what felt like, what was this? A 7:05 first pitch start was the time we were told. It is now 8:35 p.m. on this April 14th, 2022 p.m. Wonderful night for some baseball. We have game 4, final game of the series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees. On the mound for the Yankees will be Luis Severino in his second start. His second start. You're listening. His number 2 start since 2019. Imagine that. It's been 3 years since he started. He faces Zimmer. Here's the first pitch. Right down the middle. 4-seam fastball. Start the night with a strike. And if you're the Yankees, all you want to do is not face Guerrero Jr. at all tonight. George Springer's the DH. Second pitch, swinging, hit to the shortstop. He gathers it on one hop. Throw over to first. In time for the first out. That was kind of quick. Kind of a quick throw there. And lucky Anthony Rizzo was able to get that ball nice and gathered. Thrown over by the shortstop. Keeney. It looks like maybe his foot's off the bag. Now, I doubt we'll have a challenge here at the first play. That almost kind of looks like his foot was off the bag. Either way, Bo Bichette's up now. First pitch, Severino, 97-mile-an-hour fastball outside. Ball number 1. Bo Bichette had a lot of action yesterday in the plate and in the field. Second pitch, 0-1 count. Swung on, hit out to right field. Into center, going back to the wall. Right off the top of the wall. Aaron Judge misplays it. No doubt Bichette will get a double. Stand-up double for the second at-bat of tonight's game. Aaron Judge played that ball almost like he thought it was going out of the park. He kind of lackadaisical walked over, and then it bounced off just the top of the wall. I mean, maybe 10 or so inches away from going over. Bounces off the top of the wall, rolls past Judge. Stand-up double for Bo Bichette. And not that you need any more pressure for the man who had 3 home runs, 4 hits last night. A bloody finger and a double. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., whose batting average is .391. Good gosh, that's great. Here he comes this season. You have to imagine everyone in New York right now is holding their breath. Severino's first pitch. Outside and away, ball 1, slider. You have to imagine you're really not going to throw him anything tonight, regardless of who's pitching, right? I mean, someone like this, a stadium like this. I mean, gosh, you'd love to see him in pinstripes, but it's just not happening tonight. 1-0 is the count. Severino checks on second. Here's the throw. Pitch. Right down the middle. Change up. Vlad got right in front of us. Swung right over the top of it. Even out the count, 1-1. He looks so relaxed when he's in the batter's box, doesn't he? He's so calm. He's so, like, just effortless. Like a natural given athlete, natural given home run hitter. Just, it's crazy. 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike number 2 with a nice cutter right outside the zone. That was a good swing. Gosh, you can strike him out right now. That'd be great. That would be great. Get his rhythm kind of shut down early. Have to imagine maybe with this delay we can get lucky. Bichette takes his lead on second. Severino checks him. Checks the sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 just like that. Guerrero's down. That's the first time he's walked away from home plate in 5 at-bats here in New York Stadium. First time it's been a strikeout. Great job by Severino. Get him out of the way. Everyone in New York, let's all collectively exhale and move on down the next order. Gurriel Jr. I can't say these names properly. We'll work on it. Left fielder for the Toronto Blue Jays, batting .174. Up to bat. 2 outs. Bichette on second. Top of the first. First pitch. Swung on and missed down. Severino's got some good action tonight. He's making all these batters go fishing. I'll tell you what. They're all swinging down and low. Severino checks Bichette at second. Timeout's called. Severino unaware. Now becomes aware. Doesn't step off. Just resets in his groove, ready to go. 0-1's the count. Here's the pitch. High and inside, and it hits him. Good golly, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. High and in, hit him right on the elbow. And you wonder what that was about. And he's having Gurriel Jr. is having a moment as the trainers come out and check him out. I wonder if that hit him not on the elbow. I wonder if that hit him somewhere else. Now you just wonder with New York, you never think anything's foul play, but you just wonder if Severino thought, that the batter had called timeout to throw up the momentum. And here's the pitch, comes on inside. Ooh, right in the hand, not the elbow. That's on the backside of the hand. No wonder the trainers came out. No wonder he stayed there. Yikes. That hit him right on the outside of his left hand. Yikes. That's a little cause for concern to the first baseman of the... Oh, wait. No, not sorry. To the left fielder. And looks like... Oh, we got some chit chatter between Severino and some fat guy in the Toronto Blue Jays dugout. All right. Garrett Cole came out to talk to him. I'd love to see a brawl tonight. First pitch to Tapia. Change up down and outside. Ball one. Tempers flaring here. Yankees can't win the series, but they can tie the series 2-2 and head into Baltimore tomorrow and maybe get some wins here. I don't know who this big, heavier set fella is who they keep showing, but anyway, 1-0's the count. Here's the pitch. High and outside. Ball number 2. This guy's still running his mouth. You're a lot tougher when you're inside a dugout with all your friends around you. Step outside, pal. Let's see what happens with you. 2-0's the count. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Swinging a foul ball back behind home plate. Strike number 1. So 2 on, 2 out. Top of the first. Some fireworks already sizzling right now. Guerrero Jr. struck out, so that's reassuring if you're New York, but some extracurricular stuff is happening. 2-1's the count. Bochette on first, or second rather. Swing and a miss down. Nice changeup down below the belt. Catcher went to throw it back to second. Bochette kind of panicked, slid back in there. No, nothing else. Now, if you remember last night, Hernandez hit a ball and he limped out of the box, and they placed him on the 10-day DL after that. A left oblique strain is what they called it, so I hope he's doing well. 2-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. It had some heat on it, down and low. I'd like to see a nice changeup outside the zone or a slider. Slider inside, strike him out, get out of the inning, get your boys up to bat. That's what I'd like to see. You got past Guerrero Jr. That's all you got to care about, really. The rest of the lineup didn't really do much at all without anything last night. Here's the pitch, payoff pitch, hit right to third, caught by the third baseman. And just like that, the inning is over, but not without a little bit of fireworks starting to happen in the Bronx. When we come back, Donaldson, Judge, Rizzo, and my boy Stanton up to bat. All right, so we're back here. Bottom of the first. Yankees have Donaldson, Judge, Rizzo up to bat. Aaron Hicks not in the lineup tonight, not in the field tonight. They got Giancarlo Stanton in the game, who you have to imagine if he could have gotten a full bat around last night. You wonder if he could have helped them win a little bit more than just having one at bat. Kevin Gashman, Gashman? I don't know how you say his name. He's up on the mound tonight for the Blue Jays. Scouting report says breakout star, elite splitter, high chase rate. Hopefully none of those things are true tonight. Donaldson steps in. Here's the first pitch of the Yankees at bats tonight. It's inside, 95-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Can we not have some like retaliation shit tonight? Can we just play baseball? Last night with all the electronic stuff, if they do anything with baseballs tonight, throwing them high and inside. I mean, this is just going to be a disaster show. It started late. Regardless, 1-0's the count. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, swung on and missed. Nice four-seam fastball, but it had some break to it. That was interesting. Counts even now, 1-1. The New York Yankees third baseman, batting .217 on the year so far. On base percentage .541. Steps in the box. Pitcher likes the sign. Rocks his body a little bit. Here's the pitch. 1-1's the count. Swung on and missed. That's a good changeup. 86-mile-an-hour. Dropped out of the zone for strike number 2. That was a good looking pitch by him. You want to see the Yankees bats get swinging. You want to see more contact tonight than last night. Ended up with I think 10 hits, but that wasn't until after the 5th inning. 1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back behind home plate. A very defensive swing and a splitter. Dropping in the zone, 85-mile-an-hour. Count remains the same, 1-2. Yankees had 10 hits, but like I said, I think they all came after the 5th inning. Definitely the latter part of the game. We're not in the first 3 innings. 1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. It is inside, swung, foul ball again. 95-mile-an-hour fastball fouled back by Donaldson. Good job playing defense here by Donaldson. Forcing the pitcher to make some pitches. If you're the pitcher, you have to imagine you're going to throw this one out of the zone, right? This one's not staying in the zone. Aaron Judge on deck. Had his first home run last night. He'll be looking for his second. Good stadium to do it. 1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back again. Bounced right off of Kirk's face mask there, the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. He doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Umpire asks him if he's okay. He says, I'm good. Gives him a new ball, and we'll do it again. So with Hernandez out, Gurriel Jr. they put in left field. Zimmer they put in center, who hasn't played at all in this series. So I think he bats 9th for the Blue Jays. Interesting to see. 1-2's the count here. Bottom of the first. Donaldson digs in. Here's the pitch. It's swung on in the dirt. Strike 3. A nice splitter. Kirk tags him just to make sure. Ball wasn't even close to the zone, but it had some good drop on it. Saying about this umpire tonight, according to the report they're showing, is pretty neutral. Fewer inside strikes than outside strikes. It just means it is what it is. But Mr. Aaron Judge up to bat. 1 home run, 1 RBI off of that home run in his early career. Batting .290 or early season. Batting .292 on the season. Here's the first pitch. It swung on and hit deep down to center field. I'm practicing my calls. Center fielder gets under it, catches it. He's out for number 2. Kind of looked like a half-hearted swing, to be honest with you. And Aaron Judge looked like he was really far back in the stance. He was standing really far back, like in the batter's box. Interesting. Anthony Rizzo's up to bat, so they send their second baseman out to right field to have 4 outfielders and 3 infielders. Last night they had the whole left side of the field was pretty much open, infield of it, rather. Rizzo batting .300 so far in his campaign. That's pretty nice. Here's the first pitch to the New York Yankees first baseman. Swung on and ripped down the right field line. Guerrero Jr. catches it, and 5 pitches to throw out the first batter. Then about 2 more to throw out the next 2. We come back. It's going to be Kirk. Then 2 other people on the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, so we're back here. Top of the second. It'll be 6, 7, 8 spot for the Toronto Blue Jays. Kirk, catcher, steps in. First pitch, right down the middle, strike 1. Here's the second pitch. Outside and away, ball 1. I think I said ball was the first pitch. It was a strike right down the middle. Counts 1-1. Luis Severino, he is firing quick. He don't want to wait. He does not want to wait right now. Second pitch, slider outside, ball 2. He's not waiting. He's ready to go here. He wants to fire these pitches in there and get it out of here. So 1 hit so far to Bo Bichette. A good double, played off the wall bad. 2-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Just outside, but Kirk swings the bat all the way around. Tried to hold up a little bit. Slider got him thinking something else. Swings and misses regardless. 2-2's the count. Severino's 21st pitch here. Here it comes on. Foul ball, or hit down just to the first baseman. Severino gets it. Throws over to first. Safe is Kirk. The big man was hustling. Kirk. What a hustle. I challenge any other catcher in the league to do this. They ain't making it. Severino threw it, just not in time. Severino was not quick off the mound. And again, by like another error, just like Judge in the inning before, Toronto Blue Jays have a base runner. Lead off. Kirk moved quick down that first base line. He hasn't ran like that since Chick-fil-A offered free French fries. Well, here's the 7th man spot for the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch swung on, fell back behind home plate. Kirk on first, top of the second. No outs. 8th spot, third baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays. Up to bat, batting .278 on the season. On base percentage, .705. That's pretty good. Severino's ahead in the count, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. High, hit the corner, but umpire says no, sir. Ball number 1, counts 1-1. Severino checks Kirk at first. I doubt he's stealing. Here's the throw. Swung on, foul back behind home plate. Strike 2. Get a good strikeout here. Then you can get the number 9 hole hitter hit into a double play. Get out of the inning. You'll be all set. 1 on, no outs. Top of the second. 0-0 score. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Severino's 25th pitch of the night. Here it comes. High and outside. Ball 3. Wait, excuse me. Ball 2. You know, these late starts got me all mixed up. Ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Really don't want to walk. Don't want to get a full count here. Here's the pitch. 2-2 in the dirt. Ball number 3. I can say you don't want to get a full count, but what does that really mean? Well, nothing. So full count. Runner on first. No outs. Top of the second. Severino checks Kirk at first. Comes to. Catcher calls time. Severino step off. Step back on. Checks the runner at first. Gets the sign he wants. Timeout again. This time called by the batter. A lot of trickery going on. Much quicker back to the set position this time. Full count. 3-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 4. Excuse me. So a leadoff hit. Reached by luck. Then a walk. And just like that, the night's already starting to get interesting. Mr. Santiago, third baseman for the Toronto Blue Jays, up to bat with a great opportunity to put some runs on the board early. You imagine with Kirk on second, you probably got to hit the ball far for him to score from there. We'll see. Here's the first pitch. Strike right on the outside corner. Good pitch. Umpire took a second to make that call. Slider 90 mile an hour. Got him out there, though. Get him ahead of the count. 0-1. Severino likes the first call. Checks the runner at second. Checks the runner at first. He comes. He throws. Outside 99 mile an hour fastball. Ball 1. Count goes 1-1. On deck, Bradley Zimmer. We've yet to see him at all in this series, in the field or in the batter's box. That's probably why he's in the 9th spot. Oops. Just dropped my water. 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Cutter outside. Ball 2. Severino's going to pitch all over the place tonight. You have to imagine his night's not going long. Especially where he hasn't been pitching in a couple of years. 2-1's the count. Here's the pitch. High ball hit down the left field line. Left fielder moving over. Judge moves over. Judge calls it off. Judge launches it. Judge makes the catch, throws it into the shortstop. Runners halt at their bases. Looks like Judge is having some words out there with the left fielder. Judge and Gallo seem to be not on the same page about who wanted that ball. Interesting. It was more center than left, but where Judge was playing, Judge was closer. Or I'm sorry, where Gallo was playing, Gallo was closer, but regardless, first out of the inning is a catch. Runners stay at their bases, second and first. First pitch to Bradley Zimmer. Outside. Last season, he was with the Cleveland White Sox. Cleveland. Batted .227 with the Cleveland Guardians. That's the name. I couldn't think of it. I wanted to say the other name, but I think we can't anymore. It threw me in a pickle right there. Last season with Cleveland, he batted .227. 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled down the left field line. Kind of a lazy swing, really, if I'm being honest with you. 99 mile an hour fastball. Hard to keep up with, but that swing looked like he was just bad in practice. So 2 on, 1 out, top of the second, 0-0 the score. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Severino to Zimmer. The number 9 spot. Severino checks the runner on second. Here's the pitch. Swung on again. Foul ball back. Maybe that's just his swing. He's very nonchalant with his swing. Now, you'd really like a double play or at least an out here, because you don't want Springer to come up to bat with the bases loaded or with an opportunity to get an RBI, really. So a nice double play ball would be cool here. But we'll see. 1-2's the count. Severino checks second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. This time, ball bounced right in front of the plate, came back and hit Zimmer in the ankle. I always wonder how those pitches feel. Do you feel them right when that happens? Do you feel it after? How's that work? I will never know. Anyway, we'll do it again. Same count. 1-2. 37th pitch already for Severino. Here comes. Swung on, fouled down to second baseman. There'll be no shot at the double play. Barely a shot at first. And Rizzo dropped the ball. Rizzo dropped the ball from the second baseman. LeMahieu, the infield was playing so far that LeMahieu had to come sprinting in, almost kind of throw across his body a little bit, but not too hard. Easy routine throw, and Rizzo just didn't get it. That'll be an error for Rizzo, and just like that, top of the order is up to bat. George Springer with bases loaded. He's already bat one inning. Last inning, we're only in the second here. Bases loaded with one out. Severino back-to-back innings in kind of a pickle. Thanks to no help from his defense, though, to be honest with you. Again, George Springer calls a timeout. Severino was taking a while. 0-1's the count. Foul ball was the first pitch. Here's the second pitch. Strike on the outside corner, swinging and a miss with a slider. Where's that pitch been the whole inning, you wonder to yourself? And now he's ahead in the count to the leadoff hitter for the Toronto Blue Jays, the DH, George Springer. Batting .357 on the season, 2 home runs already. A good strikeout would come in handy right here. Here's the 0-2. Popped up to right field. Right fielder coming on. Stanton makes the catch. Is Kirk going to try and tag? Throw into home plate. Kirk doesn't try to tag. You have to imagine, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but you have to imagine if it's anyone else on third base in the Toronto Blue Jays lineup, they score that run. If you're George Springer, I think you're buying your catcher a treadmill this offseason because that's an RBI he should have had. The ball was hit far enough for just about everyone else in the field to get there, but regardless, catchers are big boys, and Kirk stays at third. So thankfully, because of that, score stays 0-0. Springer's out. But Bo Bichette's up to bat now. He had the first hit of the game back in the first inning. It looks like the wind's starting to pick up here in New York Stadium. Severino's 40th pitch was that last one. Here's his 41st to Bo Bichette. Swung on and missed 99-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Yeah, everyone's hair's starting to blow. Jerseys are starting to blow a little bit. Bases loaded. I have to imagine you just want to get out of this, right? You don't want to face Guerrero Jr. Here's the second pitch. Swung on and missed in the dirt. Slider. Got Bichette fishing with that one. Swung very low. It's a pretty nice golf swing, but not so good on the baseball field. So 0-2's the count. Bases loaded. Top of the second. 2 outs. Severino can get out of this jam. He'll be thanking his lucky stars, really. You start to be wondering how long he'll go if this one lasts. 0-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball back behind home plate. Again, another 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Throw him a slider here. If I'm Severino, I'm the Yankees. Throw him a slider. You're not going far in this game, man. 43 pitches already in the first 2 innings. Bases loaded. Already given up 2 hits. I mean, there is 1 runner on thanks to an error, but still. When it's not your night, it's just not your night. Here's the 0-2 count again. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit down the third base line, gathered by the third baseman, throw over to first. Rizzo makes this catch this time. Make sure his foot's on the bag, and just like that, bases loaded. Nothing coming. Coming up next, Stanton LeMahieu Gallo on the New York Yankees batting order. All right, we're back. Bottom of the second. Yankees looking to get their first hit of the night. And what better time and spot to get it than with Giancarlo Stanton, who had the night off except for one pinch hit at the bottom of the eighth. Hit a ball last night. So far, everyone in the world thought it was gone except for the left fielder. But that's all right. He gets a full game tonight. Hopefully he can do something well with it. Here's the first pitch to Stanton. Right down the middle, four-seam fastball, taken all the way for strike number one. Took that pitcher 9 pitches to get out of the first inning. Took Severino about 48 to get through the first 2. Have to imagine this pitcher's not throwing 30 pitches this inning, but you'd like it. Here's the 0-1 count to Stanton in the dirt. Ball 1 brings the count back to 1-1. That ball last night was hit. So everyone in the stadium, even me. Check out TikTok if you want to watch it, or Instagram, or Facebook. That ball, everyone thought that ball was gone, and it would have tied the game at the time, and it really would have changed everything. But regardless, 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch, Stanton. Right down the middle again. He almost pulled the trigger, but held off. Brings the count to 1-2. Stanton has yet to swing the bat this at bat. Have to imagine he's going to swing and miss right here. But hey. Hopefully not. He's a professional. 1-2's the count. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch to Giancarlo Stanton. In the dirt. He did want to swing, but he checked his swing. They appealed down to first. The home umpire says, no, we're not appealing. He didn't go. So the count is back even now. 2-2. Stanton shakes his head. No, he seems like something's bothering him. 2-2's the count. He's rocking back and forth. Pitcher gathers himself. Here comes the pitch. 2-2. Outside, down, and away, but Stanton swung on it. Splitter, strike 3. You know, I could have predicted that at bat, to be honest with you. Stanton, he hadn't swung the bat at all, and he got behind 1-2. Ball was outside, came back with another pitch, and he just swung the bat because he wanted to swing. Not a good at bat for him to start the night. DJ LeMahieu up to bat, second baseman for the Yankees, batting .294 in the season. 1 home run, 2 RBIs already. Here's the first pitch. Outside, called strike though. That's all right. As long as the umpire calls that for the Yankees, that's all right. Strike number 1's the count to the number 5 spot hitter for the New York Yankees, second baseman. On base percentage over 1,000 still. That's always good. 0-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit right back to the second baseman, who catches it because he didn't even have to move. And that's out number 2. Just like that. Yankees are already at 2 outs. Up to bat, Joey Gallo. Left fielder tonight, Joey Gallo. And it looks like another batter. They're putting the 4th outfielder on for him. Yankees took about 5-6 innings last night to start getting their bats swinging. You'd hope it doesn't take that long tonight, especially with how the Blue Jays are getting runners in scoring position already. But anyway, here's the first pitch to the left fielder, Gallo. Outside the zone, called a strike again. Umpires being pretty consistent with that one. Strike 1 was the call. You know, the latter part of the order for the Yankees is having a pretty struggly time. Struggly. New word I just came up with. They're struggling. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled ball back. Same spot. He had to swing at it because it would have been called a strike either way. Was outside the zone. Just fouls it down the left field line. Strike number 2. After Gallo, it's Gleyber Torres, who's the DH tonight, batting 7th. Nice when you can put your DH 7th in the hole, I'd imagine. 7th in the lineup, I'd imagine. Followed by Isaiah, shortstop. 0-2's the count. Bottom of the second. 2 outs. Nobody on. 0-0. Joey Gallo at the plate. Here's the pitch. High and outside. Ball 1. Pitcher here is just about to throw his 20th pitch of the night. Keep in mind, Severino is just under 50 already. Severino not pitching for a long time, in 2 years, at least starts. Can't imagine he's going to be throwing much longer. 1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, just like that. 3 up, 3 down again. Toronto Blue Jays will come back up to bat. Guerrero Jr., the man who had 3 home runs but has 1 strikeout tonight. See what he can do at the plate. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who has 10 home runs versus the Yankees since 2020, the most against the Yankees in the entire league, is up to bat. He's already got 1 strikeout tonight. First pitch, inside, strike 1. Guerrero shook his head immediately. Shook his head immediately as if to say, no way, that was a strike. 0-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Ball 1. 1-1's the count. Severino staying out there, obviously, to the 3rd inning, but he is at 46 pitches, so he'll hit 50. 50 in this inning, most likely. Here's the 1-1 count. Outside, ball 2. You have to imagine Severino. If I'm making a prediction, if all goes well, no runs, I'd say Severino's not going more than 70 pitches tonight. I'd say 70. Here's the pitch. 2-1's the count. Swung on, foul back behind right field, rather. Excuse me. 2-2's the count. Looks like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was talking with the umpire to see if that ball would have been a strike regardless. Sometimes you do that just to see if it was something you had to swing at. A lot of times as an umpire, you'll tell him. Sometimes you won't. Here's 2-2's the count. Guerrero Jr. steps off. Steps out of the box, excuse me. Big head shakes, no. Severino steps off the mound. He's very upset with something that's going on with the stupid calls. Interesting. 2-2's the count. Here's the pitch. On the corner, called strike 3, was outside the zone. I'm a Yankees fan, but I understand where Guerrero Jr. would be upset about that. This man's hit 3 home runs last night. Seeing the ball really well, making good contact. Nice cutter by Severino, but you would imagine he would get at least that kind of call his way. Unfortunately for him, it's not. But fortunate for the Yankees, out number 1. 2 strikeouts already for Guerrero Jr. That's nice. Left fielder, Toronto Blue Jays up. First pitch, strike 1. Second pitch, ball 1. Count goes even, 1-1. Severino's 51st pitch. Here's the 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. On the corner, strike two, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got that corner down pat, and the umpire keeps calling him strike, so why not keep throwing him there? 1-2's the count. A nice 1-2-3 inning would be perfect for the Yankees and Severino. Get a little more momentum going their way. Here's the pitch. Called strike three, not outside the zone again. You know, as an umpire, I can speak to this, that when you have a pitcher who's firing quick and the momentum is going with the pitcher, you know, a lot of times you'll give the pitcher some benefits. You know, and when he's firing quick and everything's going, you know, you're obviously not looking for pitches outside the zone and calling them strikes. But when you're pitching with momentum and repetition, and it's in a good groove, you know, a lot of times as an umpire, you just want to, you know, keep everything rolling. So it expands your strike zone a little bit. Regardless, up to bat now, number 5 spot, right fielder, first pitch, ball. Second pitch, swung on, hit right back to Severino. Gosh, he is not an athletic looking man out there. Tosses it over to first to Rizzo, out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Coming up next, 7, 8, 9 for the Yankees. So, bottom of the third, Gleyber Torres steps up to bat. Digs on in. Swinging from the right side of the box here. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, hit right back to the second baseman. He jumps up and catches it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Coming up next, number 8 spot for the Yankees, shortstop. Good little hop up in the air. Nice catch. Out number 1. He had to jump a little higher than you would expect. Got some good jump. Oh, got some good air. Almost looks like maybe he stole a base hit there. Regardless, number 8 spot here for the Yankees, batting an abysmal .5859, excuse me. Gotta get the other number in there. First pitch inside, called strike 1. For the New York Yankees, number 12, shortstop. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the second pitch. Is right down the middle, strike 2. Bet him $5.59. You can't change that without swinging for the ball. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. 24th pitch for the pitcher here for Toronto. Through 3 innings. In the dirt, bounces, hits Kirk right in the face mask again. He shakes that off. A ball is the call. Bring the count to 1-2. New York Yankees shortstop batting 0.059. On base percentage is .229. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, drilled down the left field line, bounced right over the third baseman's head, and there he goes, gets his first base hit. The Yankees are in the hit column as well, with the 1-out knock to left field, get a runner on first base for the New York Yankees catcher, Mr. Trevorino, who is batting .333 on the season, an on-base percentage of .666. That's scary. You'd like to see him get on base somehow, or get some sort of contact here. Get the top of the order up with 1 out, 2 on maybe. That'd be great. Bottom of the third, 1 on, 1 out, 0-0 still. Here's the first pitch. Swung on high, but missed strike number 1. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. Not incredible heat by this guy. It's like, oh, he just stole second. You know, I'm not quite sure what's going on. He just stole second. Runner on second. Oh, it was a balk. They called a balk. Balk was the call. Are they keeping the strike? Or was it the second? Either way, balk was called. Runner now on second. Got to think now. Now with that balk and the runner advancing, Donaldson will most likely get a at-bat this inning with a runner in scoring position. 0-1's the count. We'll do it again. Here's the second pitch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back down the right field line. The count remains. Okay, so it was the first pitch. This is all confusing. They didn't do nothing here. All right, so it was a 0-0 count. They redid it. First pitch. Now that was a foul ball. So the scorer just didn't change the scorecard. So 0-1's the count, I believe. It's the New York Yankees catcher, number 9 spot. Pitch on the outside corner was called to strike twice last inning. Not called to strike this inning. Interesting by the umpire. Wonder what looked different to him there. So according to the scorecard, it's 1-1 right now. We'll find out if there's another strike, if it's strike 3 or strike 2. But here's the pitch. Bottom of the third, 1 on, 1 out. Here's the throw. Swung on and missed for strike 2. All right, yeah, so they didn't change the first. They didn't change the card. So now we know it is 1-2 is the count. New York Yankees catcher who's already seen 3 strikes. Seemed like he was given an extra pitch. Here comes the 29th pitch. Swung on, chopped. It's going to drop. Most likely it does drop in left field. Left fielder plays it wrong. If he hustles, he's going to get home. He's going to get home. First run of the game goes to the New York Yankees with a slide in second. Double by Trevorino, the New York Yankees catcher, who got gifted an extra strike in that inning thanks to the balk. And just like that, the bottom of the third, they started with 3 up, 3 down, both innings. Bottom half of the order comes up. They get a leadoff hit, advance to second on a balk, and then a double hit by the number 9 spot of the Yankees. That's how you get the bottom of your order to hit. The Yankees take the first run of the game, 1-0. Coming up, third baseman, Mr. Josh Donaldson. See if he can't drive in another run here. Get the Yankees runs rolling. Prior to this, the pitcher had been doing great. 3 out, 3 down, first 2 innings, third inning, bottom of half of the order. The guys you'd expect to have no trouble are giving you some trouble. First pitch to Donaldson, outside, ball number 1. Of course, he struck out to start the game back in the first. He'll be looking to have a little bit different of an outcome here. Umpire takes off his mask and he's talking to the Blue Jays dugout. I tell you, these Blue Jays tonight, they are feisty. They are feisty. They had the arguing with Severino in the first, and now I believe they're upset over the balk. But 0-1's the count, or 1-0 is the count, excuse me, to Donaldson in the dirt. Ball 2, slider. You know, that was silly of me to say they're arguing about the balk. They're clearly arguing about the balls and strikes that are being called for the Yankees and not called for the Blue Jays. And if I'm being honest with you, I understand it, but you're in New York Stadium. It's windy. You can't really argue with them. One thing you're not allowed to argue with the umpire is balls and strikes. Of course, there's some leeway with every umpire, but here's the 2-0 count. Donaldson, New York Yankees third baseman. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. Swung on, foul back behind home plate. You know, they're looking. I think they have these iPads where they can look. They can look at the last couple pitches probably on that and see that they're not called strikes. But working an umpire, I mean, it only gets you so far. And, of course, the umpire always believes that they're right. And for the most part, they are, because it's their interpretation of the rules and their interpretation of the strike zone. But you've never seen a manager win an argument with an umpire about balls and strikes. I'll tell you that much. Donaldson calls strike. That was taking a little while to get the ball rolling with that one. Pitcher stepped off for a couple seconds. 2-1's the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the third. Runner on second. 1 out. 1-0. Thanks to the double hit by Trevorino, New York Yankees catcher. Donaldson steps in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back again. Back behind home plate. Will be even 2-2. Looks like what are they showing here? Showing that double. Looks like it was hit and the bat broke right away. It was an interesting ball. The third baseman ran to the right, almost looking like he overran it. And if he stayed in his original position, by the time he jumped, he would have caught it. Regardless, 2-2's the count, Donaldson. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, bounces off of him, rolls back in right in front of the plate. Be a foul ball. We'll do it again, 2-2. Yeah, you know, the ball was hit by Trevorino, and the third baseman, he jogged over to the left, but if he really stayed right where he was, he would have been able to make that catch. One of those reactions, I guess. You move right away and you hope you guess right. But it was hit so slow, by the time it landed, he was already rounding first. Here's the 2-2 count to Donaldson. 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout, looking to prevent 2 strikeouts. Swung on, fouled back again, staying alive, 4-seam fastball. He was so far in front of that ball, too, Trevorino, when he hit that. And just like that, the pitcher's at 35 pitches. I said he wasn't going to come close to 50, but Donaldson can make some contact. He'll get there, I bet. He'll get in the 40s. He might still get in the 40s regardless. 5 pitches. 2-2's the count. Pitcher steps off again. There's some stuff going on tonight. Tension's rising. You can feel it. You can feel it here in New York Stadium. He's already given up 1 run. Looking to only give up the 1. Here's the pitch to the Yankees third baseman, excuse me. Swung on, fouled again. So we'll do it again, 2-2. Donaldson staying alive. Bottom of the third. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. He's thrown 4 fastballs this at-bat. 2 splitters and 1 slider. Kirk now stops the play, runs out to chat with him at the pitcher's mound, excuse me. See what he can do here. I have to do this. You might hear something. Regardless, 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Donaldson. High and inside. Looks like that might have not hit him. So it'll be 3-2 is the count. Gotta do this real quick. Looks like it maybe hit the jersey. I don't know if you can. I think you can challenge hit by pitches. I would challenge that if it's. Regardless, Yankees don't do it. Full counts the count. Donaldson. This will be the 38th pitch of the pitcher. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. This one was a strike. Donaldson tried to sell it as much as he can, but you're a Yankees fan, you're a Blue Jays fan. You can't argue that one. That's a strike. You shouldn't, you can be upset if you're Donaldson, but if you're Aaron Boone, I mean, you got to know. I mean, you're getting the benefit of the call every time on these pitches. This pitch was definitely on the corner. Called strike 3. I don't blame him. When you fouled off 4 pitches, why would you take? Anyway, 2 outs now for young Mr. Aaron Judge, center fielder tonight. Had a not so great first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Mr. Aaron Judge. Pitcher steps off the mound. I tell you, these guys are making this game long tonight. Aaron Judge flew out in the first inning, had that big home run last night, back-to-back home runs with him and Rizzo, him and Donaldson. 837 is his on-base percentage. Here's the pitch, first pitch in the dirt. Ball 1's the call. Trevorino still out there on second. Has the RBI, scoring the only run of the game so far earlier. It was a good pitch. Good overall at bat. So 1-0 is the count to Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch. Pitcher's taking his time. Here's pitch. Checks his swing. Umpire says he went around. Strike 1. Count goes 1-1 for Aaron Judge, center fielder here. Of course, it wouldn't be a Yankees game if we didn't talk about the monstrous contract he did not sign this season. We'll talk about that probably 1,000 times this season. 1-1's the count. Bottom of the third. 1 on, 2 outs. 1-0. New York Yankees leading the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 2. You got to imagine he's looking for something else, because if he was thinking fastball inside, that was a home run for sure. 1-2's the count. See if the Toronto Blue Jays can get out of this inning with just the 1 run. 1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit foul just back behind home plate. Aaron Judge stays alive. Just like that, this pitcher's going to throw at least 43 pitches this inning. Well, up to 43 pitches this inning. And he started with 16. He's had to work quite a bit this inning. Had that 9-pitch at bat with Donaldson. Gave up 2 doubles. Gave up a single and a double, excuse me. Runner advanced to second off a called balk. Here's the pitch. 1-2's the count to Aaron Judge. Swung on, foul, hit to center field. Defensive swing, center fielder moves over. 2 fly outs from Mr. Judge. And now we go to the top of the 4th, but not before the Yankees get their first hit along with their first run. We'll be right back. Oh, real quick, Saint, if you're still here, no visual because I can't play anything because it's just like it's copyright, so I'd just be claimed for it. Which kind of sucks. But so if you have the game, you watch the game alongside with it, or you just kind of wait for the reviews, or just kind of chill out and listen. The whole point is to be more like radio, where it feels like you're getting a good review of everything. But I'll be back.